All right, so hey everyone, welcome back to the fifth episode of the SillyPoint podcast. Today we have an absolute pleasure of an episode to get into with India's victory against England in the first match of the ODI series. But before we get into this analysis, let's have a quick segment on cricket catch-up from none other than the man, myth, the legend himself, Naveen. So Naveen, what do we have to catch up on cricket?
Hello, Hari. That was a good introduction. I don't deserve it though. So here in Sri Lanka, Australia are touring them for one Muralidharan Trophy, if I'm not wrong. Smith scored his second century in two Test matches, taking his tally to a total of 36 Test centuries, most in the current Fab Four, and Virat Kohli is at the bottom at 30. In Pakistan, New Zealand and South Africa have visited them for a Tri-Nation a Tri-Nation series in ODI, which is happening after a long time. On Saturday night, when the episode is out, you'll be seeing SA20 final, MI Cape Town and Sunrisers Eastern Cape Town. So it will be a Cape Town derby for SA20 final. Can Aiden Makram lead SEC for a third in a row? I hope so. Let's wait and watch. Tomorrow, again, Saturday morning, Ranji Trophy quarterfinal will be starting. 8 teams are playing. Tamil Nadu are playing Vidarbha. And on February 7th is the 16-year anniversary of when Anil Kumble took 10 wickets at Ferozshah Kotla against Pakistan. 10 wickets. 10 wickets in a single innings of a test match. Yeah, that's it, Hari. That's it for cricket catch-up.
Awesome. So, with a few quick bites about cricket, let's dive into dissect the elephant in the room. So England had a mammoth. India had a mammoth victory today. We won pretty comfortably within 38 overs, I think, by 4 wickets. So, how was the performance from England, Naveen? What did they get right? What did they get wrong? What is the breakdown for England?
One word, they're gonna get knocked out on group stage in Champions Trophy. That is clear.
Yeah.
They cannot play spin and they cannot survive. So Phil Salt and Ben Duckett started the innings. They played like they finally started playing T20I series after 5 matches. Now they started playing T20 in ODI. So Salt was a beautiful touch. Unfortunately, he got a run out. He also turned on the wrong side, so he couldn't come back. Very good throw from Shreyas. So Duckett and Salt gave a amazing start. No complaints on the openers. It's the middle overs between 11 and 40. I mean, they already lost, I think, 3 wickets by the end of 11th over. So between 11 to 40, they should have consolidated an innings, taken it down, let's say, five wickets or 6 wickets at 41st over, and then take a launch from there, start hitting. But what did they do? They started hitting from 15th over, 20th over. So you're 180 for 6, and then Bryden Cars tries to hit it over the cover, over the ropes against Shami, and then gets bowled. It's a city shot. And for that situation, taken it slow. I wouldn't say take it slow. Just play. Don't play a risky shot. We are already not on top. So I mean, that's the style of play that is baseball. We always hit at every ball. So again, I don't want to get in too much into that. We spoke about in all our 5 T20Is.
Yeah.
I've been criticizing that. Next one is Butler, the only person who looks like he can play a turning ball. Phenomenal form, no questions. Years of playing IPL experience, absolutely worth it. The greatest white ball player from England. Jacob Bethel, an amazing 50 he had. He played at number 6, but lot of players from England. So Butler played at 5. So I felt a lot of players at England 5, 6, 7. Butler, Bethel, and Livingston. They all stocks to play in top 4. Definitely. Yeah, but that is how their top order looks like. If you ask who will they gonna replace there, I don't have an answer. They are a damn chalked lineup. Everyone is a power hitter who puts fear in the bowler's eyes. Everyone has that skill, just that they are not applying it properly. That application is not there. That's pretty much it from the batting from England. I mean, and when it comes to bowling, Archer and Mahmood started the bowling. Amazing lines for both Jaiswal and Rohit. Beautiful lines, man. Jaiswal was struggling against the moving ball. He was just throwing his hand at everything. Unfortunately, he got out to a very good delivery. They bowled really well. No complaints about that. And next bowler is Adil Rashid. Amazing bowling. The ball was turning square. So in a Nagpur pitch where the ball is turning this much, England should have played another specialist spinner instead of going for one specialist. And who was the one supporting Adil Rashid on the other end? Joe Root,
Nobody.
Jacob Bethel, and Liam Livingston. All three are, yeah, basically all three are nobodies. Exactly what you said. Three part-timers. Yeah, so exactly that is the issue from England.
So, what do you think they can do to fix it? Because we've been seeing this for a while now. Adil Rashid not getting sufficient support. I think we discussed this once before also.
Yes.
But what is the path forward now? Because obviously they need to come up with a strategy for Champions Trophy. So, what is the vision for their spin looking like?
Champions Trophy is happening in Pakistan. We all know that. This is not the Pakistan pitch of 2022. This is not the highway, Pakistan highway. They're gonna dig it up. The ball is gonna turn. It's not the same when England went in 2022, where they smashed Harry Books. This time also they lost 2 games. They should spin is the key, man. You should play spin better. You should bowl spin better. I don't know why they are not trusting Rehan Ahmad more. Rehan Ahmad, no matter how bad he is a better bowler than any second spinner they have. And we have seen in ILT20, Rehan Ahmad can hit a long ball. So he can be their number 8. So if you look at it, Abdul Rashid at 8, Rehan Ahmad at 9, Archer and Mahmood at 10 and 11. And then you have Kars at front, like Kars at 7, who can also bowl. So you have a pretty solid bowling and batting mix. You're not losing a lot of batters, but England want to play this baseball style where like they want to, instead of playing for the pitch, they want to play their style of the pitch on any conditions.
Baseball.
Baseball, man. Baseball, yeah.
But looks like it's not working great for them. But maybe this one, Ahmed does hold the key for them when it comes to a Champions Trophy. So let's not beat the dead horse.
Rehan Ahmad is the difference between losing badly and losing decently.
Okay, I mean, let's not beat the dead horse. So, but yeah, I mean, there is some hope for them. Let's see how they go back to the drawing board and figure out and if they can make a comeback in the series. With that being said, addressing India's amazing performance. What are the thoughts like, Naveen? What is the
So
analysis?
Hitman is back as captain.
Yes,
We had a new vice captain,
yes.
Shubman Gill. His first game, we had
First
two
game,
debutants in the team, Harshit Rana and Yashasvi Jaiswal. Unfortunately, last minute Kohli pulled out due to, I think,
knee
not neck.
injury, I
Neck
think.
was last month. Knee,
Okay.
this month knee. Yeah, man. Father time is catching up with Kohli.
What
The man
damn.
used to be the fitness
Man used to be the
freak.
baller. Yeah, I used to
Yeah,
see Instagram reels. Bro's working harder in the gym than
yeah.
on the cricket pitch.
Yes. So that kind of solved a little bit of the problems in Shubman Gill playing at 3. I don't know if Kohli would have played at 4 or Gill at 4, because Shreyas said he was not in plans to play this game until Virat Kohli pulled out. So let's go from the top. SSV Jaiswal, not a great start. I wouldn't say not a bad one either. Not something that would guarantee his place for another 10 games, or not a bad game that he will be dropped the next game. I think he'll be dropped for the next game, but not because of his performances. Rohit Sharma, no runs as usual. Let's not touch upon that. I don't want to get hit. Coming to our beautiful number 3 vice captain, Shubman Gill. Classy innings. No risky shots. He played beautifully. When Iyer was going berserk on the other end, he was playing decent cricketing shots. So when asked about his post-match interview, Suresh Raina was taking his interview. When asked about what was your game plan, he's like, Adil Rashid was bowling well. I didn't want to take any risks to him. For the fast bowlers, play my natural game. And that's what he did. And he scored at a strike rate of almost 90. And then till he was playing well for his century, till Hardik Pandya came. And then Hardik Pandya started hitting. This guy got scared whether he will lose out on his century. Then he accelerated and then he misnamed the shot and it got out for a wicket. So I mean, not criticizing Pandya, or it's just a joke. So they were just playing their game. So unfortunately, he did not get his century. He scored 87 runs. A small trivia on that. I didn't write it on my notes while coming to this podcast. So if you ask any Australian, the number they consider as unlucky, it is number 87. Why? The number 13 is associated with some unluck, bad omen. And when you are at 87, you are 13 runs to a century. And yesterday when Shubman Gill got out, I was like, man, he got out for 18. The 13 run, the Aussie thing, it was just
Yeah,
going through my mind. Yeah. So next up is Iyer, another 50 of 26, 27 balls. Pick him for the T20 squad, man. He was that only kind of he was that person where people were like, okay, if anyone wants to come into the squad, let's say Sanju Samson, Rishabh Pant, he was like this one person who was like the lower of all everyone else who they could replace. If anyone wanted to, if you drop anyone from the top six, it would be Shreyas Iyer. But Shreyas Iyer had an amazing. He just doesn't have the PR of rest all the other players. Okay, so Akshar,
besides, he also had an excellent performance today, so
yeah,
may not be going anywhere anytime soon.
yes, proved. So we were since Yuvraj Singh retired, we were lacking, or after his slump, post his cancer comeback and everything, where he couldn't recover, we were lacking a proper number 4 in ODI cricket. And your solution is Shreyas Iyer, a natural number 4. And what do people want? Drop him and play a top order batsman. Top him and play a finisher. Drop him and play an all rounder. This is the only time after a really long time we have a proper number 4. Cherish him. Ricky Ponting once said, if Shreyas Iyer doesn't play 300 ODIs for India, it's not a loss for Iyer, it's a loss for India. So play Iyer more. Coming to next one, Akshar with the bat, very good. He has in the last 3 years he has improved drastically with his bat. He's a very capable. I think the team sees him as a batting all rounder more than a bowling all rounder, and Jadeja as a bowling all rounder. They both come as a left hand combination that fit into the bill. So because both of them are left arm orthodox spinners, so both fit the bill because one is a more better bowler, one is a better batter, and both of them are left-handers. So they could float around. Jadeja, people wanted after he had a slight dip against New Zealand, and yeah, obviously you cannot expect a spinner to perform well in Australia. People are asking him to retire like Ashwin, like his buddy Ashwin. Jadeja went to Ranji, took 12 wickets, man of the match, came back again today, 3 wickets. Yeah, made his doubters eat their words.
But yeah, I think
Let's go.
he's proven himself enough that, I
Yeah,
mean, people are maybe probably overreacting to it. But
yes.
one thing I wanted to touch up is when you mentioned Akshar, right? So is it a good idea to send an all-rounder like Akshar ahead of like a specialist like KL Rahul? What is the impact of this? What is the reasoning behind it?
So the reasoning behind this, Rohit Sharma said it in the post-match conference, and it was pretty evident also what Gambhir is going for. Gambhir wants left and right combinations. So they say no, that's an unwritten rule that right arm off spinners cannot bowl to right-handers. So basically, spinners can only bowl if you can take the ball away from the batsman. Okay. So they are planning to have more left-right combinations in the middle so that if there's right arm off break, the right hander could take in, and if there's a slow left arm bowler, the right hander could play. And lately there has been a lot of slow left arm bowlers. Sorry, when slow left armers with left hand bats. England yesterday had Jacob Bethel bowling left arm spin, so they wanted and Liam Livingston was also taking the ball away. Liam Livingston is a rare commodity, man. Guy can bowl off spin if he wants and leg spin whenever he wants, and he's equally bang average in both of them. So Jacob Bethel was bowling, so they sent Akshar up. So Akshar can be like a floater from 4 to 7. We have seen him perform well in T20 World Cup also. He came in at number 4 and played a good match-winning knock. He could steady the ship at one end, or he could start hitting at one end. He's a very capable bat. So he could be a floater whenever based on situation. He could come anywhere between 4 and 7. And Jadeja could be your like I think the team management sees as Jadeja as a finisher at number 7 and below. So that is exactly the reason why they want to have a bowling all rounder like Akshar ahead of a specialist batter like KL.
And obviously, India won the match, but do you feel like this particular decision had some impact on it, or do you think it would have played out fine even without?
Today's match is 300 or 290 would have been a safe score. So we had 240, 250 in 38 overs. So we had 12 overs left. 12 overs means another 100 runs at least. We are on course to score 350 runs. Playing Akshar ahead or below wouldn't have made a difference yesterday.
So that's about the current lineup, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what are our thoughts on, like, let's say, how the lineup might change? For example, like we had Jaiswal in our top order right now, but what impact did that have on, let's say, Shubman Gill's position, and what will happen, let's say, when Virat Kohli comes back?
That is an amazing question. So just for this question, I can talk about for 50, go on talking for 15 minutes. See, that is the beauty, man. That's no right answer in sports. So if Jaiswal plays up top, now Virat Kohli has to come in. Virat Kohli walks into this lineup. Who are you gonna move? Virat Kohli has to play at number three. People saying play him at Gill at three, Kohli at four, and sit Iyer out. No, 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 no. Go back to your eighth grade. I think you must have failed that. So Kohli walks into number three. Okay. Now the question is who is gonna play? Whether it's Gill or Jaiswal.
Right.
I understand the idea behind behind you want to have a left-hander in top six because otherwise we don't have any lefty in top six. Look at 2023 World Cup, last decent amount of ODI that we played. Rohit, Gill, 1, 2, Kohli at 3, Iyer at 4, KL at 5. We had Sky at 6 then. Hardik was there at 6, then Hardik slash Sky when after Hardik got injured. Jadeja came at 7, who was your first left-hand bat. So our top 6 is heavily right-hand bat. But everyone you cannot drop anyone. Shubman Gill averages 56 and he above 100 strike rate. Guy has a double century in ODI, very close to breaking Sachin Tendulkar's record of most runs in a calendar year in ODI in 2023. He fell short by 150, 200 runs. He had a legendary 2023. So you can. What did he do wrong to get dropped? Yes, I understand. There is merit to question playing a left-hand batter who's also very good in top six. But who will go out? I think about the perspective of the person who's going to go out. Rohit Sharma, captain, cannot go out. He's also ODI. You saw him the last ODI 2023 World Cup, how he gave us starts. Shubman Gill, then Virat Kohli. I don't even want to defend Virat Kohli. Number 4, Shreyas Iyer. 300 and 500 runs in 2023 World Cup, man. 500 runs as a number 4. And then comes KL Rahul. How many games did he finish? All these batters average above 50. At a very decent strike rate. If you go to go to Crick Info, sort highest ODI batters average for India. There are 6 batsmen, and 4 of them are there in our top 5 right now.
While, yeah.
Yeah. The only batsman without above 50 average is Rohit Sharma at 46. And you cannot question why he's not above 50. There is merit to Jaiswal playing in top 6. There is merit to Jaiswal opening the bat. But you cannot drop anyone. You cannot. The same reason why Pant cannot play. Has to come in only for KL Rahul or Shreyas Iyer. But both of them have done really well for, let's say, a Pant who didn't do better than them. Except the fact that he's a lefty, I don't think Pant has anything. He has anything to offer that KL or Iyer doesn't offer. So yes, that is the reason. And I'm not against left and right hand bat. This thing. Play Akshar as a floater, play Jadeja as a floater whenever the combinations is right. Bring Akshar to number 4, like tinker around, play the batsman, dominate the bowler. But do not drop a player just for the combination, just to play a left-hander.
Understood. So, but yeah, I mean, regardless of these details, like, I mean, like you said, right, we were on track of easily 300 plus. So it's in a very tricky position. And obviously, if it's working, then don't touch it is another philosophy that we can go with. And yeah,
Yeah.
and our batting has done wonders for us. But what about the bowling though? So let's say that someone like, so what are your thoughts on, let's say, Siraj and Harshit Rana? So what is the, like, I mean, Harshit Rana played pretty decent. He took 3 wickets, and but what happens to it when Siraj comes back?
See, this Harshit Rana versus Siraj debate only comes if Bumrah is not fit to play the Champions Trophy. And looks like Bumrah is not fit to play. From what the rumors I'm hearing, Bumrah is unlikely to play. Now we need either who's gonna play. Shami is coming back after a long time, and Shami will be your bowling leader of the bowling group. Arshdeep is also pretty experienced, but in ODI he's also pretty new, pretty inexperienced, I would say. New, okay. Now you want your third seamer. Now the toss is between Harshit Rana versus Siraj. Siraj doesn't seem to have the confidence of the captain or the coach.
Right.
Rohit came out publicly and said Siraj is not effective with the old ball. And somehow, I don't know if due to KKR quota or something, Harshit Rana seems to have the backing of the management. Harshit Rana made his debut today.
Correct.
So if Bumrah is not there, I would definitely pick a experienced bowler like Siraj. But if the management knows this, Bumrah might not be fit. So they are planning to go ahead with a player like Harshit Rana, untested commodity. They trust him more than an experienced seaman. Otherwise, Siraj would be playing this series instead of Rana. So from what we are seeing here, we can speculate that Rana, if Bumrah is and Bumrah might if Bumrah doesn't recover, Harshit might go on to replace him. Mhm.
I think that fairly settles the this one, the Rana Siraj debate. But another interesting person to talk about is our mystery spinner, who's no longer a mystery. I think he's fairly well established at this point. But somehow he continues to be a mystery in the sense that England still couldn't crack him in the T20. So, given his excellent performance in the T20 series, will Varun play in CT, and whom is he likely to replace?
Varun is in the scheme of things. That's why they added him to the ODI squad. And for some reason, management doesn't seem to trust Washington Sundar anymore, or Washi seems to have lost the confidence. See, you cannot change the Champions Trophy squad after this. The deadline is done. Only way is if someone gets injured. So the only quota is if Bumrah gets injured, whether it's going to be a toss-up between a fast bowler or a spinner. I think we already have 4 spinners. It will definitely be a fast bowler. Okay. But if Varun, let's take this question into if Varun wants to play this ODI series, or let's say somehow BCCI finds a jugaad to play Varun in the World Cup, who is he gonna replace? The only like for like replacement is Kuldeep Yadav. Akshar and Jadeja, they get picked for their batting, and Washi gives the variety of off spin. Now the only other person that Varun can likely replace, and Washi also has a very good batting. And the only person he's likely to he's like for Kuldeep. And again, Kuldeep has not done anything wrong for Varun to replace him. So, and Kuldeep has won us matches, man, in 2023 World Cup. He was supposed to play the New Zealand series, but unfortunately, he got that injury. It took some time for him to come back. He has not performed badly to get replaced. Yeah, that everyone wants Varun to play. Even I want Varun to play. There's no slot,
Very
man. Only
unlikely.
unfortunately, only 11 people can play. Yeah,
I mean, it's a big problem for a country of 1.4 billion people, but it's the sad
problem
truth.
of plenty.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that brings us to a wrap about India's performance. Now let's maybe conclude with what England can do better. So obviously they've been having disaster after disaster, but they need to go back to the drawing board and come back with a strong strategy. So what do you think the strategy will encompass?
They have the talent. No one's question. Did England pick the best squad that they can take? Definitely. Do they have the talent to play? Definitely. Hey, Duckett and Salt gave the start. The middle order should have played better. They gave a very good start. They gave you uh, so Salt hit 26 of Varun in 1 over. You cannot play every over like that, is what I'm saying. You cannot take down every bowler. You cannot dominate every bowler. You play the matchups. You play this bowler safely, and this one you attack. The application, the planning needs to be better. The way they play the middle overs today, exact today, between 11 and 40, the middle overs, they should have consolidated a bit. They should have. I'm not saying they should play very slowly. So they should have played. They should have conserved the wickets, and then they should have launched at 35th over or 41st over instead of launching at 15th or 20th over. The way they were playing, they should be playing at last 15 overs and the risk taking shots instead of in the middle.
So I mean, in terms of squad, everything is all right. It's just they need to change their strategy and
Play
need
one
to
extra spinner.
Play one extra spinner, of course. We've been discussing this for a while now, but yeah, they need to make sure that the middle order is a bit more focused and doesn't take too much risk. Makes sense. All right, so thank you very much, Naveen. That brings us to the episode of this podcast. Hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye bye.